February 12, 2000. The Oakland Arena was vibrating with a specific brand of nervous energy that the NBA hadn't felt in 3 years. Following the 1998 cancellation and the 1999 lockout, the slam dunk contest was finally returning to All-Star Saturday night.
Good tournament. We come across some competition there.
The stands were a gallery of basketball royalty, with Shaquille O'Neal famously gripping a massive camcorder and Kevin Garnett draped over the courtside barrier. While the official TNT broadcast was still cycling through pregame graphics, 23-year-old Vince Carter stepped onto the hardwood for the initial shoot-around. Wearing his white Toronto Raptors jersey with the jagged purple lettering, Carter began a series of casual jumps that defied standard physics.
Mamu Kelishvili shed over top.
Score in his 12th season out of Syracuse.
Here's Myron. Scotty on the glass. Here's Mamu.
It got through the deflection.
To Mamu, right to the basket. Mamu just knock you out.
Ingram, kick.
He wasn't just loosening his joints, he was recalibrating the expectations of every scout and official sitting at the baseline. The competition field was formidable, featuring Steve Francis, Jerry Stackhouse, and Carter's own cousin, Tracy McGrady.
When the All-Star Game tips off February 10th.
Man, it's great. It's definitely a testament to show as far as learning the game of basketball in the NBA. Also, developing myself to, on this team. It didn't just come overnight, and I didn't just do it by myself. I had help, of course, from God.
However, as the layup lines commenced, the rhythmic sound of standard buckets was interrupted by a violent, metallic crash. During a routine three-man weave, Carter didn't settle for a finger roll. He rose until his chin was nearly level with the iron, effortlessly executing a reverse jam that sent a shockwave through the backboard glass. The judges' table, occupied by legends like Isaiah Thomas, Kenny Smith, and Cynthia Cooper, sat less than 10 feet away.
Miami's got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. The pass to Eric Brown, and he throws it down. 118 is
in the break. Well,
here come the Tar Heels. They never stop running, do they, Ken?
No, they don't. They keep the pressure on.
Here's a steal by Hughes to deadline slam dunk.
Dennis for the smash.
He loves that shot. He led the team in dunks last year.
Elbowed him that time.
Got away with it.
They stopped reviewing their scoring sheets. Isaiah Thomas was seen leaning back, mouth agape, as he realized the Daytona Beach native was treating a 3-minute warm-up like a private exhibition of aerospace engineering. Kenny Smith later noted that the atmosphere shifted the second Carter performed a casual off-the-glass windmill during the transition drills. This wasn't a scripted attempt, yet the technical execution surpassed the winning dunks of the previous decade. The sheer elevation meant Carter was looking down into the cylinder rather than up at it. In these quiet moments before the first round officially began, the judges began to whisper amongst themselves.
He's got 20 points in the game, and he's mixed up his offense. He's looked to attack, he's taking jump shots, showing a mix.
Bad news is that quad, we'll see how he reacts. Tracy McGrady around the basket, wrecking the rim at the other end.
Yeah, Tracy's.
The standard 1-to-10 scoring scale, which had governed the contest since 1984, suddenly felt restrictive. Carter was moving with a fluid, explosive velocity that made the regulation 10-foot rim appear several inches lower. He was displaying a verticality that rendered the other contestants' elite athleticism look terrestrial by comparison. By the time the players took their seats for the formal introductions, the Vinsanity effect had already paralyzed the arena. Vince had spent the final minutes of the shoot-around performing East Bay-style leg crosses and double-clutch reverses with such nonchalance that the competition looked visibly shaken. Steve Francis, a high flyer of immense power, watched from the bench as Carter finished his final rep with a thunderous two-handed cockback dunk. The judges were caught on camera adjusting their microphones and scorecards before a single official point had been awarded. They understood that if the warm-up was this revolutionary, the actual competition would demand a total recalibration of what perfection looked like on a basketball court. As the television cameras panned to the judges' row, Isaiah Thomas and Cynthia Cooper were captured in a frantic sidebar.
That's a tremendous court vision by Isaiah Thomas.
Laylock beat him off the dribble down the lane. Scoop, score!
Isaiah Thomas going to the hoop, behind his back, dishing it off.
Thomas, what a move, an easy basket.
Oh my goodness!
best play I've ever seen him find right round field turnaround gun from 10. No, Isaiah in the sky.
The NBA's traditional scoring system awarded a maximum of 50 points, 5 judges, 10 points each. However, the velocity Carter displayed during his casual warm-up dunks presented a statistical problem. Thomas, who won 2 championships with the Pistons, looked at his scorecard and then back at the rim, visibly gesturing toward the height Carter reached on a simple two-handed flush. They weren't just judging athleticism anymore, they were witnessing a mechanical deviation from the norm. The judges realized that if they gave a 10 to a standard high-level dunk from Steve Francis or Ricky Davis, they would have no numerical room to reward what Carter was doing. The scale was built for human limits, but Carter's hang time during the final layup line suggested those limits were outdated.
Who normally guards the basket, you watch his reaction, he throws Gary Payton back and he says, whoa, that's nasty.
Doug, that would have
yes,
last night. They would have closed it up. Oh, Latrell Sprewell, field goal.
Tracy McGrady, Carter's cousin and Toronto Raptors teammate, stood near the mid-court logo holding a ball and watching the transition. While the other contestants were stretching their hamstrings and focusing on their breathing, Carter was pacing the sideline with a specific, rhythmic gait. McGrady later admitted he knew the contest was over before the first official whistle. He had seen Carter in the Raptors' practice facility in Toronto, performing the same 360-degree rotations that were now making the Oakland crowd erupt. During a non-scoring period, McGrady's role in the warm-up wasn't just as a teammate. He was a witness to the calibration of the rim. Every time Vince grabbed the iron to let himself down, the stanchion shook with a resonance that felt heavier than the standard 220-pound frame of the Florida-born guard. The technical officials at the arena in Oakland noticed Carter checking the tension of the breakaway rim during his final warm-up rep. Unlike the other players who were testing their bounce, Carter was testing the rim's give. He needed to know exactly how much the steel would snap back after a high-impact finish. This wasn't the behavior of a dunker looking for a 10. It was the preparation of a technician intending to punish the equipment. Jerry Stackhouse and Larry Hughes watched from the baseline as Carter performed a tuck midair, a move designed to minimize air resistance. His knees were nearly touching his chin while his head remained level with the orange ring. The judges began to tap their pens against the table, a nervous tick signaling the realization that their 50-point ceiling was about to be shattered. When the official introductions began, the energy in the building was no longer about a competition. It was about an anticipated coronation. As the PA announcer called Vince Carter's name, the decibel level in Oakland hit a peak that surpassed many playoff games of that era. Carter didn't run out with the usual high-energy antics. He walked slowly, his eyes fixed on the front of the rim. He had already mentally mapped the floor, the exact spot at the left of the key where he would begin his approach for the first dunk.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's go home! Unbelievable.
This building just floated. Carter getting the timing down with Tracy McGrady.
Oh, over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen! I spun web.
The judges, including Kenny Smith, were seen leaning forward, their bodies physically angled toward the court. The standard procedure of waiting for the dunk to finish before calculating a score was being replaced by an immediate, visceral reaction to Carter's mere presence on the hardwood. The first official attempt wasn't just a dunk, it was a 360-degree windmill performed with a reverse rotation, a counterclockwise spin that defied the natural centrifugal force most players used. As Carter approached the hoop from the left side, he planted his left foot with enough force to create an audible thud on the broadcast microphones.
Every moment on the floor, Rod, to get where he is.
Dion Clark skying to the Raptor. Brady and Ellis in this third quarter. Jerome Williams up the three ball and nails it.
In terms of intensity right now, that's something that's been a big look all season long.
He didn't just jump. He launched at the
behind the back.
Vince Carter now, look out! The machine strikes again. It doesn't fail. Every game, Vince Carter does something.
And this time from nowhere.
Behind Antonio, had to go. Is that an output?
He hadn't just cleared the rim. He had hovered.
Francis with a little run. He got it!
Huge!
Stevie Franchise with the game!
How huge! Oh, that's lovely. You can see where he's planting himself. Francis just throws it up.
The Vinsanity effect had effectively neutralized.
11 times last game.
He fires and misses for 3 points. The rebound comes short. Look out! There's a guy who's rolling out. Rebound under the basket. Slam.
Going to reject him. Williams. Oh, what a shot by Williams, and Vince defies gravity. The windmill dunk.
Before the attempt, Carter was seen drawing his.
So the receiving end, you threw into Alonzo Mourning. Did you think that he could jump as high as you could on that one?
It was a lob. I was intended for just to lay in his hands and he go dunk it. But he said, hey, I thought you were going to throw it. I know next time.
All right, keep going the highlights. Now let's go back to Mike.
All right, Craig, thanks very much. And we are joined by a response.
The sheer physics of the move, stopping.
When near, appear distant. Go, expect you. Create confusion. Them. These are the rules. Prepare.
At this point, the scoring table began.
Wonder if they really care or not. Vince Carter driving to the rack with the lay-in. Again, good
on Carter. Armstrong swings to T-Mac, knocking that one down.
Tracy McGrady understands the game. That's something that impressed me for the first time he came to Toronto. Playing right now, he just has great.
For his fourth attempt, Carter enlisted his.
Vince, hook pass to Antonio with a thunder dunk. Oh my!
A great look by Vince Carter, his fourth assist, and get into the lane. Not settling for the shot, attacking 2 defenders, come towards him, and Antonio Davis gets the flag.
7.
Unlike previous iterations of the move seen in the mid.